we are going to have in the third lecture the comparative and superlative adjectives. And of course we are going to link them to the flats, to renting the flats and how to choose the flats. So we have a comparative and superlative adjective. Comparative from the verb compare, superlative do you know the meaning of compare? What does it mean? Like we have now here two markers, right? If we want to compare them in terms of height, yeah, which is taller? The red one is taller than the green one. So usually when we compare, we need two things. Usually if we are comparing, we compare between two things. But when we talk about the superlative, it means we are choosing one from a group. For example, at the end of the exam, you might get in speaking, for example, 70. She might get 75, she might get 80. So who is the most hard-working, the best student in the class? The one who gets the highest mark. Highest. Now, concerning the adjective, who can give me an example of an adjective? Adjective, any adjective. Expensive. Other adjective. Small. Yes, what else? Good. Yes, what else? Yes? Peaceful. What about that? Big. The same. Hot. Big. Funny. Now, for adjective, if we want the comparative form of the adjective, we have two ways. The first one is to add ER. Usually we add ER to the adjective. So adjective plus ER. We have another option. We have another way of having the comparative form of the adjective by adding a word before the adjective. What is the word that we add before adjectives to have the comparative form? More. So we have the other option, more plus adjective. Now, when do we use ER and when do we use more? Is it possible to use ER all the time with all adjectives? Of course not. And is it possible to use more for all of them? No. There are some cases where we use ER and there are other cases where we have to add more before the adjective to get the comparative form of the adjective. Now, we have here on the board some examples. Of course we have exceptions. We have here some examples about the adjective, and I want you to choose an adjective where we have to add ER. Small. What do we add to small to have it in the comparative form? What do we add? ER. Smaller. And remember, smaller is pronounced as schwa. You remember the schwa? Smaller than. And what is an adjective? Who can choose an adjective from those where we have to add more? More expensive. Add it. Before it. More before expensive. Yeah. More expensive, and after expensive, what do we add? More expensive than. Now, why do we use ER with a small? One, so we use the ER here. We added the ER because small is one syllable. What is syllable? Sound unit. Not something. Now, how do we know what the number of syllables? Another thing, other than reading, you look, when we have syllables, in order to divide the word into syllables, every syllable usually means a vowel. Count the vowels in the word. But remember, if we have more than one vowel successively, we take them as one. For example, let's have the word beautiful. Look. We look at the vowels. If we have, for example, here three vowels, E, A, U, but because they are after each other successively, we take them as one. So this is 1, 2, 3. How many syllables? 3. We don't count final E. Look, expensive. Expensive. This is not counted. Expensive. How many syllables? 3. Small. Just look at the vowels. How many vowels? We have one. How many syllables? One syllable. So here, beautiful, like expensive, we say more beautiful than. Expensive, more expensive than. But as we said, we have exceptions. Now, for the one syllable adjective. One syllable adjective. Right? Is one syllable. We have hut. Now, what do we say more hut or we say hatter? Hatter. 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 What is the what is this one? T. Why did you add the T? Look, even if you have problems, I know it's difficult at the beginning to speak, but no problem. Yeah, try to explain it in English. English, not more. Yeah? Vowel like A, E, I, etc. Consonant like B, S, etc. If we have one syllable adjective, again remember, one syllable adjective, this is one syllable. End, you know end? You have at the end. If we have at the end, look, ending with one consonant. What is consonant? Not vowel. We have vowel and consonant. Ending with one consonant. How many letters, how many consonants do we have at the end? We have only the T, right? Preceded, before it. What is before it? One vowel. So we have one consonant, one vowel. And how many syllables? One syllable. 3 1. One syllable, one vowel, one consonant. In this case, we double the final consonant. We double the final consonant. Like another example, big. Again, notice. One syllable, one vowel, one consonant Clear? Now, we have another option, another case concerning the comparative adjective, the form of the adjective, when the adjective ends with Y. Adjective ending with Y. Again, remember, the Y should be preceded by what? By consonant. What is a consonant? So in this case, we change the Y into I and add the R. Funnier. Funny, funnier. Lovely, lovelier. Friendly, friendlier. And concerning friendly, it's possible both ways. We can say more friendly and we can say friendlier. Now, we have exceptions. Good, better. Good, it is better. We say better, don't say gooder. Better than. So these are the cases of the comparative form of adjectives. I know you studied them earlier in the high school, but just to refresh your mind. Now, for the superlative, we use adjective plus ESC, and of course the adjective is preceded by remember the word precede. Precede to come before. The adjective preceded by that. We say that small, for example. The same, almost the same. So we say that, we added that for the adjective, and here what do we add to the adjective? EST, so it will be the smallest. Okay? Likewise, expensive. Now instead of using more, we use in the superlative more. And of course, what is before more? The most, the adjective. And here in this case, like expensive, we say the most expensive. Hot, the hottest. Again, notice the same rule. We have C for the same reason. The funniest. And here the Y into I and we add T. Now good. Good. We say best. The best. Good, better, best. Any questions? Any questions so far about them? If you don't have questions, we have an exercise page 19. Exercise page 19, focus on complete the sentences using the comparative or superlative form of the word in brackets. Exercise number in section number 3. In section number 3, comparative and superlative. Yeah, shall we start the exercise? Immediately. Let's start it. The first one, it's an example. Read it.
I'd like something with a bigger garden if possible.
I'd like something with a bigger garden if possible. Number 2 or B. Yes, number B. Yeah, one is done. B.
The other part of the movie is the most expensive of the two.
Yeah, the one on Park Avenue is the most expensive. The most expensive of the three. Remember, when we have the comparative, we talk about two things. Two. But when we talk about superlative, it refers, you know refers? Hello? Refers. Yeah, it refers to one among a group. We have a group and we are talking about one in this group. Number C. Yes, no. I think this one is better than the other. Remember, than is used only in the comparative. Number D. What's your name? Suhaib. Can you do it, Suhaib, number D?
Okay. Don't you have anything?
Yes? What is the adjective? Near. Don't you have anything near the sea? Yeah, near the sea. Number E.
What is that?
Nothing. Near.
Near.
Why nearer?
Across.
Nearer of what? Look, if we are, remember, we said, when we use the comparative, usually we talk about two things, right? The superlative about three, and normal adjective about one thing. Adjective, three types. The normal adjective, the comparative, and the superlative. In this case, we aren't comparing, we are talking about only one thing, so we use the normal form of the adjective. Clear? Number E. Yes? The nicest. Number F. The most convenient for the shop. Do you have something which is the most convenient for the shop? Convenient, suitable. Yes. Now, I want to ask about nice. How do you write nice? N-I-C-E. Now, when we use the comparative form or the superlative, how do you write it? Nice. Who can write it on the board? Nice. Just nice. Noor? Nice. Now, the comparative. What is the comparative form of nice? Nice. Write it. Nicer. Nicer. Now, this adjective ends with what? With E. If the adjective ends with E, we add only R. Yeah, stand. Sit down. Near. If you want the comparative form of near, do we have one R? Why? Because it is the so we have only ER. Whereas in has